Hey, and welcome back to Yogi's Garage. We are back with Project Pepper. We're wrapping up the resto mod on the suspension and braking on this car. For the suspension, I elected to go with H&R springs since I already upgraded to the Coney shocks a year ago. And in our previous video, I stripped out the bolt on the old caliper, and I've been waiting for the new caliper to come in from Canada, and it's here. And now we need to get back to work so I can get this car on the ground so we can take a look at it and see what it's finally going to look like before we send it off to wrap. Ready? Let's fix it. All right, the new caliper came in, well, new to me, and there's the old one that went bad. So I got to do the same thing with this one, but obviously I got to take all the parts out. You can also see how and what brake fluid does to clear coats there. So, but anyway, I got to strip all this down, get it all back to that right there. You saw that in my previous video. I don't think I need to re-show you what I did. So with the magic of video editing and a little bit of Yogi magic, let's turn that into that. You ready? And there. Yeah, man. You know, it's true what they say, practice makes perfect. And I would say that this is the best one out of all four. And let me tell you why. Long story short is that it takes time for this paint to cure. And if you let it just cure naturally, it can take over a week. But what I did, with the help of the forums, of course, I did some Google foo. Stick these in the oven, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 minutes after each layer, right? So you do your primer, and then you bake it 30 minutes. And then you do your red coat, bake it, clear coat, bake it. And this is how it comes out. And I would say it's pretty darn good. It's not chipping, it doesn't feel delicate. Everything just came together really well with this. Let me just put it to you this way. And the issues with the other ones with it stripping, these are going in no problem. So I don't anticipate any more problems with chipping. And I owe you guys more information on how I applied the sticker and what type of material I used. So I figured who better to give you the information than Yogi Mama. She can tell you all about it.
Thanks, Yogi. I use a Silhouette Cameo 4 die cut machine to cut a variety of materials from cardstock and vinyl to burlap and leather. In fact, we used it once to create a replacement gasket for Yogi's wagon, Gunther. This time, we're using a high temperature reflective vinyl from 3M specifically designed for using on brake calipers. I use the Silhouette software to create the pattern, send it to the Cameo to cut it, and then I weed the excess vinyl away. Really just a fancy way of saying removing away the excess material to just see the design. Once that's complete, I use clear contact paper to pick up the design and carefully center it onto the caliper. The adhesive on the vinyl is stronger than the contact paper, so once it's pressed down, it'll stay there when I lift the contact paper away. Done.
On, brake pads are on, everything's tightened up. Now what I need to do, like I tried to do earlier, is pressurize the system just to see if there's any leaks. I don't want to put any brake fluid in the system any more than it's already in there. So I want to just pressurize it with air, see if it holds pressure, and if it does, then we'll switch over to brake fluid. Let's do it. All right, so I got the system ready to go. You saw the last time it didn't go very far. So let's try to put some air in it and hope it holds. I hear something. Nothing's leaking out here, but it's not holding pressure. It's above 5. There, it drops again. Let's see if I can find that noise. I'm able to get the pressure up to about 5 psi, but I'm still hearing it's not leaking from any of the calipers, so I don't know if it could be a problem with this unit here where it may be sucking in air. So what I need to do is I'm going to put some brake fluid in here, and since I'm basically pushing air through there, I can't hear or see anything coming out, so I need to add more fluid to see where it's leaking out. I'm just going to add a little bit and see if I can figure it out. Unfortunately, this brake fluid is not any specific color, so it may be a little bit hard to see the color or the fluid coming out, the color difference, so we'll see. Anyway, I got about 4 of these in there, more than I need, but I want to keep the fluid going until I can track down the leak. All right, we're getting pressure into the system now. About 10. Oh, I hear something right out of this bleeder. And that's an 11. There, okay. Okay, it looks like the pressure is now holding. I think I've identified all of the leaks. There was one, I didn't tighten this one down well enough and it let me know. So I'm holding at about 15 PSI. And we're back to the 101 basics here of brakes. You do the farthest brake caliper first. That's what I'm doing here. I'm listening. Because sometimes it doesn't come out immediately. All right, let's find something to hang this on. Oh, I can just hang it here, I guess. Yep, hang it here. Air, we want air to come out. You can see the air. So we can hear it just coming out here. The previous color was blue, so I guess I'm gonna be safe. I'm figuring out a little bit of air bubbles left. I'm not seeing any air bubbles. So we'll go ahead and close this up. We're gonna do the same thing all the way around, right? So from here, I'll go to the other side on the back, and then third, and then fourth, all right? So this is what the path that we're going, all right? I'll see you on the other side. All right, now that the brakes are done and bled, and I've got solid pressure on the pads, we're ready to move on to get the wheels on. But before we do that, we got one more thing that we're gonna do here. And like I told you earlier in the video, in the previous video, we're gonna widen the stance. So we're gonna put on some wheel spacers that I got from ECS Tuning. Check them out. So here's the part number, if you're interested. This is the 10 millimeter variant. It's not too aggressive, but I feel like it improves the look just in general. I mean, you have a much wider stance with a lowered car, it's gonna look great. All right, so there's not much to this other than, like I showed you earlier, the longer lug nuts and the longer bolts. All we gotta do is get it on.
Hey, what's up? Sorry to interrupt your video, but I wanted to let you know that I'm actually editing that part of the video right now. And it's 12:30 in the morning. So hey, would you do me a favor? Now that I have your attention, can you hit the subscribe button? Because I've been busting my butt making this video, and I hope you're getting something out of it. And all I ask is that you hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber, or, okay, I'm sorry. Or if you could just hit that thumbs up for me. Okay, thanks. Back to the video.
But I gotta take these 2 Phillips screws out and apply some more anti-seize in there with the new screws, and then we're golden, man. All right, let's do it. The caliper will hold the rotor on. And there are notches in here, so you gotta line those up with these notches. But it should not be an issue. There. Look at that. Nice. All right. We are in. That's one. I'm ready to put the tires back on, but yet again, you can see my quick jacks are pushed out of the way, and that's because this particular model is too wide and it interferes with the front tires. So I gotta put the damn car on the floor jacks, and I gotta move that thing out of the way so I can get the front tires on. But now that I've done that, I'm ready to put the tires on and get the final look on this car. I've been waiting a couple of weeks now, more like a month, to get this thing ready to go. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
All right, Yogi, what have we done to this?
Well, I've widened the stance and I've lowered it. So everything's finally done. I've rebuilt the brakes, I painted them. You can probably see the red calipers in there, and there's blue springs in there instead of black springs. Those are the H&R lowering springs.
Oh, there they are, back there. Yeah. Very pretty.
All right, so I'm ready to lower it.
Okay.
Just give me some good shots back there.
Yep.
Oh my God, that looks crazy good.
The wider stance is really nice.
Oh man, that looks so good. Oh. I almost feel like I could have gone wider on the front.
I could see that a little bit. It's very even in the back with
these
the body.
Are offset tires, so the back tires are bigger. But that looks really freaking good.
You admiring her ass?
Maybe.
Where are you going?
Gotta take it out for a ride.
Yeah?
Spin. This is the fun part.
Oh yeah.
Okay guys, I think I'm gonna end the video right there. You see it, it looks great. The stance on it, like I predicted, is absolutely perfect for it. Yes, I think it could go a little bit wider, maybe a 12 millimeter on the front. So what did we accomplish in this long video series? Well, we took care of the brakes. We took care of the brake rotors, new rotors all the way around. I went with steel rotors. There's no point of going with double two-piece lightweight rotors on a base Carrera Cabriolet. I think this is great. The 10 millimeter spacers were another addition, really easy to do. You saw me do that. That's something that you guys could do in about 30 minutes, if that. If you have a better quick jack than me, maybe even 15 minutes. And then finally, we took care of the suspension. We lowered it, right? We went the budget way, H&R springs, mainly because I already had the Coney active suspension. So lowering it is no big deal, and I think it looks awesome. And then last but certainly not least, as far as the brakes are concerned, the red calipers. That was a whole experience, especially since I lost one during the extraction and I had to wait another week and a half to get it. And then I learned how to cure those brake calipers, because if you don't do that, they're going to chip like Chinaware or something really fragile like that. So keep that in mind. So I hope you learned something. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave comments down below. Like and subscribe my videos. Yogi Mama's back and she's on the camera. Say hi, Yogi Mama.
Hi, Yogi Mama.
All right, so we're good to go. Thanks for watching Yogi's Garage, and we'll see you next time.